Oh, but these are little sandy islands. I did see some larger land masses. Hello everyone, the Ranks is here, and welcome back to No Man's Sky, episode 286, where we are going to be cracking open some of these cargo pods with damaged solenoids in an attempt to look for antimatter housing? No, not antimatter housing. No. We're going to be looking for some frigate upgrade modules. What are these unidentified aquatic life forms over here? Oh, there's quite a few of them. Okay, here we go. No, so it looks like we're going to scan the plant first. And then this little swarm of odd-looking fish. Centiopotium. Ooh, and then I've just realized, yeah, there are still frightening-looking aquatic predators here, so let's burrow into the sand, let's get our cargo, and then I think we'll push on. Do we want to get a drowned starship here? Maybe not. I'm trying to hedge my bets, right? We want to get the best chance for success available, and I'm fairly sure that the best chance for success of getting a nice high-valued drowned starship is on an aquatic planet in a 3-star economy. So I think that's where we're going to warp to next. Oh, launch fuel, antimatter housing. Good night. Not exactly a treasure trove here. But as I often say, a single frigate upgrade module will turn the tide of how I feel about this wreck very quickly. Oh, yes. Speaking of, dare we hope for a second? Be still my heart. Nope, some more launch fuel. Sweet. Now, in case you're wondering why I did not scan the data log of this wreck, I'm pretty sure they had started recycling and repeating. For those of you that may have jumped towards the end of the series without watching many of them prior, I usually only read the interactions with things if I feel like there are new interactions to read. Once I've read the same one a handful of times, I'm relatively over it. Let's see, one more? Oh, I'm not going to leave it behind. We're here. We might as well. Look at how... Hold on. Let's turn off our light. Yeah, look at this. I'm not sure why these desert planets get all green and aqua underwater, but it's so neat. We're all crooked. But we'll take it. It's a photo op. Alright, well at this point, we just need to find a landmass to call the Nightmare in Space on over so we can depart. But before we depart, I do want to see what the terrain of this planet looks like. Under the ocean, everything is so rough and varied with cliffs and peaks and ridgelines and mountains and valleys, but I want to see what the actual land masses of this planet look like, other than these islands, which are unnaturally straight, flat, and smooth. Okay, this is the first bit of land we've seen that isn't incredibly flat. And then we were reminded that this is an aggressive sentinel planet, so... let us call the Nightmare in space. And take off. Oh, let's see if we can hit this person. Oh, oh! I'm tempted to engage you just because. Oh, you're coming back around. Oh, you didn't get enough. What are you doing? All right. Well, before we chase you all over the place, let's break out of the atmosphere and find ourselves a continent to pulse jump over to so we can see what exactly is going on here. Ooh, what an ocean. There we go. Looks like land to me. Lots of beaches. Oh, it is relatively flat. Well, no, okay, you have these awkward spike rock formations. Oh, it's a structure. This would be... yeah, okay, we'll land here. We'll see if they give us a set of distress coordinates. And I suppose we'll go see where they're all about. Rusted metal. How did you know? A whole lot of nothing. Ooh. And then they're trying to highlight this buried technology module. That's kind of neat. It's so close it just lit it up on our screen without us having to scan for it. That's handy. This is a neat little desert planet. Sort of these flat rolling sand dunes. Not very rocky or craggy, but it does have some cliffs and it does have floating rocks. Oh, I forget how it's so easy to find majesty in each planet. Grows wings before death. What? Are these the subterranean colors? More of this pale yellow. I am intrigued. I find myself intrigued. Let us see what we can get here at the transmission tower. The operation terminal reveals an automated plea for help. A clear pattern emerges within the white noise hissing from the screen. If I can work out what comes next, I could potentially lock down the distressed craft. Location. So it's times 2 minus 1. It's going to be 353. Look at these interesting little land formations. Alright, I'll bite. I wasn't going to, but I like this planet. And look at that. It's like a giant piece of... I don't know, it's like a cookie someone took a bite out of. I like how sandy this planet is. It really feels like a desert, although we have yet to see what this planet feels like at night. The nebula is rather dark blue, so I imagine the night sky will look somewhat natural. Pulse jump right across the ocean. We're still on the day side of the Terminator. Oh, but these are little sandy islands. I did see some larger land masses. What are we going to have over here at this distress beacon, I wonder? It looks like nothing's there. Oh no, there's a ship. I can't guarantee it's going to be a good one, but we're going to hop out and see. Alright, let's get away from that hostile sentinel. And let's see what kind of damaged machinery we have here. Fecium, I'll take that. More nanites, okay. This is an A class, 23 plus 6. Oh, we're gonna turn this one in for sure. I will claim this ship. And then let's get these avian creatures scanned. Actually, they don't look like birds. They look like giant moths. Okay, I'll bite. That creature also seems like we need to go ahead and look up. Oof, it's so bright in there with our torch on. Goodness. Let's go ahead and see what the Discoveries page has for Geonissae. Discovered soaring over the grit and dust of planet Gepo Prime. Once they emerge from the nest, they never again touch the ground. Their lives are spent on the wing, their stamina unrivaled. A gnawing hunger for sugar drives their every waking moment, their existence a constant hunt from sweet plant to the next. With 6 stomachs. What an interesting looking creature. It has bird features and moth features. A little bit of both. Pretty cool indeed. Now, let's do some repairs on the Prophecy of the Forayor before we sell this thing. Launch thruster is functioning. Pulse engine is not. It's got a hermetic seal. We don't need the hyperdrive. We will need our deflector shields in case we are jumped by pirates on our way over to the space station. Could repair the photon cannon so we could at least defend ourselves. I just don't know if that's going to be worth it in the long run, though. I will continue repairing the easy repairs. Oh, 5 wiring looms. It feels like a waste not to do that one. I'm not a fan of... We can buy more wiring looms. I just need to remember to do it. I'm not a fan of spending my antimatter, though. I don't know why. You'd think we could make a lot of it. And then every time I get one of these crashed ships, I think to myself, why don't I have a stack of activated copper on hand? Alright, now we're really going to need to buy some wiring looms. Okay. We don't need this. We can get this back. The salt refractor, sure, I'll take. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. How many wiring? I have 6 wiring looms left and 2 antimatter. Let's go ahead. I think we will just repair this one just to get that much more of a chance of getting better equipment. I don't want to repair the photon cannon or the hyperdrive, though. Alright. Let's take off and head back to the space station and see what we can get for this thing. Of course, we're going to have to switch our view just to see. I mean, we've got to change it up. We got to start taking pictures of these ships that we bring in to sell. It's not a bad ship. The straight line missile look is kind of neat. It has the wings and the fins, which you don't really need on a spacecraft. The windshield, the cockpit here on the flight station, is just atrocious. I'm not a fan of that. The triple engines in the back. That's fairly interesting. See if we can catch a little bit of the horizon in the shot. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's head on over to the space station. Of course, I'm sure we're going to get a spatial anomaly now. It's a 50-second pulse jump over there. I suppose we could have swapped to the living ship and then gone over there and then landed on the freighter and yeah. No. It's, I think, part of the experience. Part of the experience of getting one of these ships is checking it out. What do we got? Trade? Sure, I'll see. What do you have for trade? Guard her. Pilot chatters away, thrilled. They appear to have been traveling through space for a long time, cut off from normal conversation. What do you have? I mean, like, a whole lot of nothing. Oh. Will you buy my... I don't really want to sell you anything. You know what? You could just take off and get out of here. They need to have it... What they should do to make the little individual traders more relevant, in my opinion, is they should make it so that they only sell one or two things, but that they sell a truckload of it. You know, maybe give them a couple of rep items like they normally have, but then make it to where they only carry pure ferrite, but they carry like 5 grand of it, or they only carry, you know, oxygen, but they got 6 grand of it. Something that you might not need it, but if you do, you're like, thank you, because the whole idea of, am I really going to buy 100 pure ferrite and 100, even if I need all of what they have, am I going to buy 100 of it? I mean, that's... I don't know if I'm looking at it too critically, but I feel like the time it takes to click the buttons isn't worth the amount of resource gain that I would get. Maybe. Let me know if you disagree in the comments. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Drones deployed to target ship. Prophecy of the Purveyor. Available options. Oh, we're going to claim the scrap. 1.4 million units. Not too shabby. All cargo will be destroyed. Thank you much. Alright, what did we get? Ooh. Did you see those modules? We got quite a few A-class modules. Holy smoke. No, we only got 2. It said 5. Okay, I thought that was a little much. Sell one of you. Sell the other one. Perfect. That's 600 nanites. And then after that, let's see, you'll go to the freighter. Oh, antimatter housing. We don't even use antimatter housing for the hypercore, and that's the better way to jump anymore, so... I think we'll just straight up crush these, although I probably could have sold them. Yep. And we don't use the Starship launch fuel either. That's okay. Do you know why? Because we forgot to grab the nanite extraction over on this side of the space station. Look at that. Circled back around and got it anyways. Thermal panels, tank of coolant, springs that were useful once upon a time, Starship launch fuel. Oh, it's not worth the button presses. Alright, now I would like to buy some wiring looms. Let's get back up to 20 of them. Still out of dust and oxygen. There you go, wiring looms back up to 20. Not too shabby. I think because we know there is a big summer update coming out, we're going to start saving our salvage data and not processing it into nanites. I believe that to be the smart call. Alright, do we want to see any other planet in this system? Miasmatic planet, salvageable scrap, and activated copper. Ooh. Tough sell, but I'm gonna go with no thank you. Alright, well let's go ahead and let's dock with our capital ship, the Sword of Justice, and we'll head on over to a high economy system for our next salvage retrieval job. Ooh, don't clip the ship, Thranxes. Ooh, look at that. High-speed braking maneuver. All right. Oh, we haven't used the JE2 Iotson in a while, or the Katsadam's coup, but I feel like our system of triple jumping down the highway of wormholes has been working really, really well. So well, in fact, we're going to do it again. That's right, we're going to keep up the pace and see how quickly we can queue these up. Galactic core. That would have been the first one. Let's see if we have enough to reach this one. We do. Excellent. Ooh, dark nebula. It's a little frightening. I feel like the next time we try to build a base, we're going to build it somewhere where we can mine up some rust, set up a nice rust production base, and then if we can, I would like to get it on a barren planet that has a very, very dark nebula as the background. I think that would be really interesting. Oh, what? Oh. Oh. A bountiful planet with salvageable scrap. What are you doing, Thranxes? Are we really just going to continue our triple jump and not look at this planet? No. No, there's no way. It's right in front of... see? That's why I hold down the booster to warp to the black holes as fast as I can, because the minute I see a planet that looks interesting, all bets are off. All bets are completely off. And while in the last system, the desert planet had this pale yellow sort of sky, that's the background nebula for this system. Very interesting. Well, let's grab the Nightmare in Space. And we'll start by stopping at the local space station. And just see what they have for us. According to the Discovery pane, this is a promising economy. Oh. Oh, this might be worth hanging out in for a little bit. Let's just see what other kind of planets are here. A mechanical planet? Oh my. How the plans change. Incandescent planet. No, with that kind of a star, I don't doubt it. Oh. Yeah, we're going to be here for at least a little bit. Look at this pale yellow sort of... Nah. It's not worth the photo. Oh, watch out for that clearance. Oh, look out. You're gonna ding up this living ship, and we're not talking about scratching paint. I mean, that's an injury. Gosh, well, what are the odds that we would find such a beautiful-looking planet? And it didn't look like a random assortment of an archipelago either. It appeared very much to be continental, large oceans, large land masses. Where are we at for ferrite dust here? We need pure ferrite more than anything. Oh. Are we going to do the goop processing? I'm still not 100% if that's worth our time. But we're going to do it. Nonetheless, we're going to do it until I'm sure that it's not worth our time. Okay, it's already processing. Very good. Very good. Mission Agent Ravleva. What sort of missions do you have? Kill 13 creatures. It's not a lot of units, but it's fairly easy. 1 Sentinel quad, we'll do that. Scan 7 creatures. Oh, sure. Scan 4 plants. All very easy missions. None of them really for nanites except this one. Even still, it could be worse. Envoy Schnei. I will accept your gift. Okay, nanites received. Very good. Alright, let's visit the other side of the space station here and see what's available at the trade terminal. Everybody's like, hi, how's it going? I can't even be bothered to talk to them. I just get right on to where I'm going next. More oxygen? Sure. We don't really need any of these. No tritium. No dihydrogen. No dice. I care not. I care not for what you have to say to me. The Trace of Infinity. C-Class. Nope, we don't need any of those. Ah, Exocraft upgrades. What do you have? The Humboldt drive module. Oh. Potential improvements include acceleration, fuel efficiency, and top speed. Since when does the Humboldt drive module increase top speed on the Nautilon? Oh, we're going to start buying those. I did not even realize that was the case. Okay, well, that's great. We have more to look out for now. I absolutely accept those terms. Alright, actually, looking at the time, I know that if I go and get started on the planet, I'm going to want to explore it more, so I think that's where we're going to wrap things up. Until next time, take care.